Okay, do you want to do another clap so you know like the vibe?
No,
Okay,
it's good.
nope. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2,
Hi.
1. Hi.
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 We're all out of sync.
We're all out of sync. Welcome back to I Read It Online Somewhere. Join me, Amie, and my science teacher crew, Andrew and Ross, as we try to explain the science behind the everyday questions you should have asked at school. So hi, I forgot that we changed that, and I was like, ooh, this is different.
Brilliant.
But yeah, apologies for not being here last week. Our household just became very itchy with chickenpox. That
Not
was fun.
because I was there previously and now there's
Infected
chickenpox.
us.
Because I realised the 2 episodes before I was with you guys. And then
you were.
chickenpox happened not long after that.
Exactly.
Just clarification. Yeah. Although,
No, we got to over 100 spots, then we stopped counting. So
Yeah, because you know I keep calling it chamomile. How do you pronounce it? The lotion.
chamomile.
It's not chamomile. It's like calamine.
calamine.
Calamine?
Oh, calamine. Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah. The pink stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't pink. It was white.
pink.
Oh, white.
we
Yeah,
got
white,
it.
white pink stuff. Yeah.
Whitey pink is.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be pink, but we got it mixed with aqueous cream.
Oh, you got it. Oh, right. Okay. You make aqueous cream. Love aqueous
Yeah,
cream.
love aqueous cream.
Ain't
But
not
do you
as
know
good
you're
as
meant to?
Sudocrem, but love aqueous cream.
Do you know you're meant to put it on each individual spot though? You're not meant to rub it in. You're meant to like dab it.
Oh.
So we were counting all the spots and we got to like over 100 and we're like, okay. We're
By
not
day
counting.
2, we're like, no, it's just a blanket. Let's cover everything.
Let's count the bits where he doesn't have spots.
Just pour it into a bath and then dip child into
Yeah.
a bath like a sheep dip.
Yeah, our youngest one got one on his like eyelid.
Yeah. No, it's like where
no.
you'd put eyeliner, like right on. What's that bit called where you'd put eyeliner? Do you know this bit here, like your lash line?
The squidgy bit above the line. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the squash lash line.
Sure.
Also, did you know what I learned from TikTok? But a bit sciencey is I was like trying to work out ways that you could like relieve it because our younger one was harder because he's only one, so you can't explain to him.
Yeah.
Whereas our older one, you kind of can. Like you've got chickenpox. But Head and Shoulders 2-in-1 in the bath because it's
that
like
helpful?
yeah, it's got anti-itch stuff. Because think about like the dandruffy side.
Anti-dandruff. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
moisturising, is it?
No, apparently it's like quickly Google it, Andrew, because I only looked at it really quickly. But it's something to do with zinc.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Have I made that up?
This science.
Zinc. Is zinc an element?
It is an element. It's
Is
a
it like
metal.
Zi?
Zn.
Just when you think you've got them. It's something, it was all over TikTok, so apparently... Because people kept saying, like, put oats in the bath, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
surely
oats.
that's...
Well, so
Yeah, but surely that's not good for a bath.
no, that's all right for a bath.
No,
It's
but
gonna
like...
clog up your drains.
It's going to clog up your drains.
We've got enough problems with our drains.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I suppose, but that's what.
So I was like, I'm not doing that. Then someone told me to get a Weetabix ready-made drink.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, oh
and
yeah,
put
that
that
would.
in the bath. And I
Yeah.
was like, this
Yeah,
is what the
that would
pharmacist told me,
work.
but I was like, what? No.
It's all because
I didn't
like
do it. Drying out?
well, those are all products that you would use for like anti-itch cream or like
no way.
moisturizing cream. So you know your is it not Aveeno?
Aveeno.
Aveeno uses oats.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be really good because it was in the shop just like what's the other one? Eucerin. It's supposed to be quite good.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh, I know about Aveeno though because
Yeah,
Aveeno, but
you're right. So
is it zinc?
Head and Shoulders contains zinc pyrothone, which is known for its anti-inflammatory effects. It promotes healing and reduces itching. That is quite cool, actually.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
Yeah, but you know how Head and Shoulders has got a really distinctive smell. So like he just stank of Head and Shoulders like
Oh.
the next day. It was fine. It's not. It's a bit non-offensive, but it's just quite specific the smell. So anyway, I was just looking at home remedies, but that was one of them.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I wonder how itchy it actually is, but
That's quite interesting, though.
yeah. Ross is getting me to point at something. What are you getting me to point at?
So, who's read something this week?
I've not-
Andrew.
No, I've not even done my thing. Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
If you've got any questions, drop us an email. I read it. It is really hard to say.
It is hard. It is
Okay,
hard
I'll
to
try
do
again.
it.
If you have a question, drop us an email. iRedditOS@gmail.com or at iRedditOS on all social medias. Ross is laughing, so he's going to do it. Go, Ross.
If you have any questions, drop us an email, iRedditOS@gmail.com or at iRedditOS on all social media
Right,
platforms.
fine, but he's a robot, right? So we don't need to worry about that.
maybe we'll give Ross that job. So yeah, Andrew, what have you read this week?
Okay, so I have either of you, as you both know, like I quite like films. Have you both seen or know? I suppose you don't have to have seen it. Do you know what the T-1000 is? I just need a yes or no.
Is this this thing from Iron Man about the saying I love you?
No, that's I love you 2000.
And very different to the T-1000.
Very much different than the T-1000.
Sorry. Okay, no, I don't know. Maybe I will.
Okay, so maybe I'll try another one. Is your name, or have you... Sorry, not is your name. Have you heard of the name John Connor? Or his mum, Sarah Connor?
Oh, Sarah Connor. Where's that from? That's from a film.
Yeah, which one?
The Mask. Jumanji.
The Mask.
Jumanji.
No,
It's
not Jumanji. Slightly older than Jumanji.
Wait, okay, no, wait. Let me get this. I can she's blonde.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
Maybe I
me.
think it's something else.
No, take me to Sarah Connor. I like your
Terminator.
glass. Yay!
Okay, right. No, I honestly haven't seen the Terminator since I was about 3.
Oh, so
But where's Sarah?
Why are you watching the Terminator when you're 3?
I don't know.
It's a very gory film.
Had chicken pox.
For a
Or
it's
something.
got
three-year-old.
it's got a great beat.
I honestly can't tell you apart from he's got red eyes.
So, the reason that I'm talking about the Terminator is because the T-1000, which is slightly different from the Terminator, it's like the new updated Terminator. If you've seen Terminator 2, the T-1000 is the liquid metal one. So it's the robot that can turn into a liquid metal, turn into something else, and move
Alec
elsewhere.
Mack. The
A
Adventures
little
of
bit like Alec
when
Mack.
she turned into Mercury.
Yeah, kind of. It's
That
a
was
little
so
I'm not-
good.
Okay, fine. It's a little bit like that, but we're trying to be cool.
Wait, who's referencing that instead of just Terminator 2?
Amy's and yet at the same time, I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Did you not used to watch that, The Adventures of Alex Mack?
No.
Oh my god, it was so...
Okay, I've seen
She
that.
used to melt, basically the only thing it was useful for was when she wanted to spy on someone and she'd melt into Mercury and then just slide under doors and then just listen to a conversation. That's the only thing I remember.
Programs are you
It was on
watching?
CBeebies.
Wait, hold on,
CBBC.
You can't say what weird programs when we're literally talking about a robot, a killer robot that does the same thing.
Yeah, from one of the best known films of all time.
So let me tell you about it. So the actor Robert Patrick, you would totally remember him, but he was like the policeman, and there's a bit where he's running and his hands turn into claws, and he melts, he liquefies and melts. So what's happened recently, or what I was reading online, is that there's this super cool video of basically that happening in real life. So they've made a robot that is mixed with other magnets that escapes a teeny tiny little prison, right? So he's probably the size of a Lego figure. He melts down, moves out of the prison, and then reforms into the Lego man.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Literally Alec Mack.
Yes, okay, fine. Alec Mack. And the whole thing is done with magnets, and so rather than being mercury, because as we all know, mercury is
Poisonous.
and if we're doing this in a room temperature,
Heavy. Liquid.
liquid. So it's
Solid.
liquid at room temperature, so it wouldn't really work. So they had to use, however, a metal which isn't liquid at room temperature. Do
Gallium?
either of you?
Like
Gallium.
Like every
You-
other
you-
metal.
No,
Yeah,
but
but gallium not melt in your hand.
gallium can melt in your
hand.
hand, so it only has to go
like chocolate.
to 29.8 degrees and it'll melt. So what happens is they move the little guy. I'll send you the link to the video because it's really cool. So they move the little guy or girl. They move the Lego person to the edge, and then what they do is they turn on the magnet, which causes it's a bit like induction heating. So it causes
Oh,
it
so
to
just
melt.
cause it to melt.
Then it heads through, then they turn the magnet on and they change the polarity and stuff. And they're able
big
to
word.
rephase back into it. So this phase shifting material is like absolutely fantastic. And
So how is
like,
it
could
phasing
be
back
used.
into? Because if it's just using heating, how is it? It's just when it resolidifies, it goes.
Yeah,
like
so
when it cools down.
when you cool gallium down, it solidifies again.
So it's just cooling down itself, and it's causing it to go back.
To go back. So what
Okay.
the robots are, as far as I understand, the robots are causing it to go back into the shape. Now you're probably thinking, why on earth is this important? What on earth would you ever do this for? But it's actually because what they hope to do is use this technology along with similar technologies for medical purposes to basically take things out of your stomach. So, you know, button batteries?
Yeah.
So button batteries can get swallowed so easily, and when they're in there, you basically have to, it's quite invasive to go in and take them
Yeah.
out or cause it to be sick. So what they can do is they can send in this little robot, and it goes in,
And gets out.
forms, grabs it, and then it's safe, and then they can take it back out.
That's
Or at least
mental.
that's what they
It'll be
really
easier
want.
to grab. Yeah.
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 They could also deliver drugs or remove foreign objects from the stomach. Yeah. But I thought it was just absolutely fascinating. And when you see the video, right? So I'm gonna send you
Yeah,
the
you'll
link.
have to send us this video. Yeah.
Because it's absolutely mental. Like, it's
Well, I'm going to
so
send you all
cool.
Alex Mack.
But yeah, it's really cool. So we'll maybe I'll post a link to it on in the blurby bit of the
Socials.
podcast, because it is really cool. Right, so this is the link to the website,
I'm a bit shocked.
and it should be like halfway through.
Sweet Lego man.
There's a video here.
So it's little microparticles.
Yeah, so it does look like a Lego man.
Literally, like, it looks like Lego Man.
So there's like moving a magnet around. It's moving him around inside,
Yep.
and then they turn the magnet on.
He's
so
melting. Oh, he's melted.
He's falling through. Well, it's like pulsating now.
Yeah. So partly because of the magnets, and partly because of the little robot that's inside of it.
Oh. Wow.
And then hopefully you should see the next part of the video is about removing objects from the stomach.
Oh, he's back. Waiting there to watch. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because hopefully if it can cover what's in the stomach, then that can just naturally be passed through. But it's really cool. Like, these robots are like
Yeah.
absolutely tiny.
That is wild.
You know, like, nanotechnology is like so
It's so
close.
weird. So weird. But yeah, cool.
Isn't it cool? So there you
Yeah,
go.
well,
That's very
thank you
cool.
for sharing that. Ross is definitely very interested in that. I'm more like going to watch old episodes of Alex Mack. But yeah, I love it.
So there you go.
Thank you.
That's quite all right. But folks, actually, if you've got something that you would like to send in, that you would want us to talk about or read about, then you can drop us an email, ireaditos@gmail.com, or on any of our socials at ireaditos.
Well done.
Andrew just wanted to say that, didn't he?
I
No,
did.
we've all had
I
a
had
shot
to,
at
I
it.
had to prove Ross wrong.
Right, my
You can't say my name, so you didn't.
prove Ross wrong. It's a lot of R's.
Prove Ross.
Prove Ross wrong.
Prove Ross wrong.
Prove Ross wrong.
Okay,
Okay.
my question this week, they're very topical to our life.
Okay.
So my first one was,
Yeah.
because we were on the wait list to get the chickenpox vaccine, but why do they have vaccines for chickenpox but not like other common viruses like hand, foot and mouth? Or I know colds like adapt and change and all that kind of jazz, but do you know like the standard viruses, why do they not have vaccines for them but they do have chickenpox? And how can you get chickenpox twice? It's a two-parter.
Ross, do you want to take this one? Or
that is very biology.
Is this a me? I mean,
like,
I don't mind. I'm quite happy.
Sorry, I just dropped my phone.
And you like viruses, Andrew?
I do like viruses.
Well, I think you answered it in your question, is that the colds virus mutates a lot. And I think the hand, foot and mouth one must just...
It literally does the same thing, though.
It'll mutate either more or it's just not as dangerous. And if it's not dangerous, you don't need a vaccine
You
for
can
it.
get a hand, foot and mouth more than once as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that shows it's changing and mutating.
Yeah, so you are right. It's because like things like common colds or the flu, because they mutate so quickly, we don't really have a vaccine against the ones that are kind of coming out now. But chickenpox doesn't really change. It's
because if you had it like 40 years ago, you still got your immunity to it, don't you?
Yes, yeah. Sometimes though, if you can get reinfection. Like it's not super common, but it does happen, and that's just where your body reacts in a similar way. But sometimes you could get chickenpox like a second time, especially if you've not had your vaccine. So you could pick it up a second time, and then the reaction is much quicker though. So your body should be fighting against it a wee bit more. Which is why you then get the vaccine so that you don't necessarily get it again. But people are able to get it when they're older. That's what shingles are. So it's not uncommon for people to get it. I think maybe just when we think about it in kids, we're less thinking, oh, you'll get it again. But I
shingles
suppose
not the same virus coming back though.
You had to have had You had to have chickenpox to have shingles.
But it is still a sort of reinfection from what you've had before.
It's more triggered by like stress, is it not?
Yeah,
or
so
like...
shingles can be occur quite a lot. But we've also think about it. We've a bit like scarlet fever kind of coming back. We've also been in air quotes bubbles for the past 2-3 years. So that can have an impact. Parents used to have things like pox parties and stuff like that, so that you would take your kids there so that they catch these things. A lot of that sort of stuff has died out for sort of good reason, but there are arguments where shared social interactions like that are important for social health. So
will you also get less I think you get less sick, so if you've depending on your exposure to the virus. So our 4-year-old got it first, and he obviously got it from someone at nursery or something like that. So he wasn't constantly exposed to them. Whereas when our younger one got it from our 4-year-old, because he was with him so much, and he got so much more exposed, he got it so much worse.
Yeah. And it'll probably be the first time he's come up against it too. So
whereas the older one had it twice.
Yeah.
He had it mild when he was younger. We didn't think it was mild until I got it this time. We're like, oh yeah, that time was mild.
That's a slightly different one, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. So
nice.
But yeah, do look at the vaccinations that you can get.
Well, we run the wait list, and do you know what they called me today to say that they can give me an appointment, and I was like, no, it's okay, but it's quite expensive. It's like £140.
Yeah.
You have to get 2 vaccines, and then apparently you need a booster when you're about 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah, probably just to make sure that the memory T cells are able to remember it.
Oh, wild.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, so that was my first question. The second one was when we were driving to work this morning, I was driving Ross to work, on the radio, the kid on Boogie in the Morning. Do you listen to it?
Yeah,
Every day's Scooty.
Did
you miss it?
Normally in the shower when that part of the show's on.
When do you leave for school?
I should have left by that point.
Because that's like
that's 8 o'clock, Andrew.
That's
don't
8 o'clock.
tell everybody. Well, I only live 15 minutes away from the school, so
we are in the car ready to go then. But
I also don't
morning,
have children, guys. So I could just get out whenever I like.
Yeah, but cows block your road, and then that takes 2 hours.
Well, that's a summer me problem. Winter me problem doesn't have that problem right now. He just has to worry about scraping his car.
Okay, so on this morning on the radio, it was a girl that came on for Every Day's a School Day.
Wait, hold on. I just realised that we're about to have another pop at Boogie in the Morning.
No, it's not
No,
a
we're
pop.
not. No.
It's not
Okay.
popping at him.
Are you sure? Because
No.
last time I did it,
If anything, it's popping at this girl because it was like, is this true? No, so she came on and said that tiger's urine, is it corrodes?
Oh wait, I did hear the end of this.
Oh,
Sorry.
corrodes.
Tell us the fact.
Is it corrodes? Is that the right word? What does she say? Burns or like melts?
Melts everything except concrete.
Melts everything except concrete. Tiger's urine. And then Arlene was like, oh, it'll be because it's so acidic. And Ross was like, no, I actually think it'll be because it's an alkaline. I was like, ooh. So that's
I
what
think. So let's discuss that. So pee ammonia. Cat pee's definitely got ammonia.
There's
in it.
there's
That's
ammonia.
alkaline,
There's
is it?
ammonia in it, so it is alkaline. Yeah, it's not super. It's not super alkaline though, because it would
But cat
burn.
pee is much more alkaline than our pee.
And
Yeah,
that's
but
a cat.
it would burn.
Because
when
our
it
cat pee
comes
did
out.
an accident. I say accident. It purposely peed on our carpet, and like it just smelled of ammonia for ages. Amie just typing in tiger urine. Oh, you can buy it.
Get on Amazon Prime.
$600 for.
Where can I get tiger urine? I want to see how my cats react.
Are people okay?
Someone's just posted that on, that Quora thing. Like, someone's wanting to get tiger urine just for a laugh to see how they're...
Right.
react.
Okay. So I don't know. I actually have no idea. But having a quick look online, I can't see anything that says that.
Yeah, where's she getting this from? I'm now just getting stuff for, like, rabbits getting UTIs.
Well, I've either got that or I've got pheromones of tiger and other big cats, or it smells like popcorn.
Yeah, so I've just got that as well, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, Twitter, right?
Yeah, tiger urine.
Yeah, it smells like buttered popcorn. I don't
Like, how do people
think
know?
I've never got close enough to a tiger to check. So it melts through everything but concrete?
Yeah, and it was just very specific.
Huh.
Melting.
That is very specific. Certainly, it's not something that I've thought of. Oh, but I have a question for you that came out of a conversation today.
Hit us.
So apparently, I had to look it up because I didn't really know, and now I'm a bit unsure. But the height of the let me find the thing.
Is it about snakes? Because I'm sorry.
It's not. So
Damn it.
Right, the coordinates of the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Oh, you've been hoodwinked, Andrew.
Right.
At the speed of light, something.
Yeah, but what's the speed of light?
2.9 something 9878 something like that.
The speed of light?
Yeah, times 10 to the 8 meters per second.
What's 6 times 10 to the power of 8?
It's 3 times 10 to the
Right,
power
why
of
are we
8.
on countdown all of a sudden?
Sorry, because I just
Like,
had this
In
like...
school we use 3 times 10 to the power of 8.
Oh. But it's actually... Oh, wait, now I see
Is
it.
that not
It's
just...
actually 2.9.
Is that not just 3 times 10, which is 30, times 8?
No, there's
No.
all
What's
the
to the
numbers
power
after
of?
it. Like, it's how many
What's to the
zeros
power
are
of?
after it.
How many zeros, essentially,
Yeah.
So 3 with 8 zeros.
For-
300 million.
Oh, because they don't know how to... Because they don't want to say 300 million, so they just say
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Sub it 3 to the power of 14.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
like good
yeah,
for
that's in
like
there.
calculators and stuff.
Thanks.
But okay,
Okay.
oh right, okay. Well then, so apparently, the speed of light is 299,792,458
Round it up, round
meters
it
per
up.
second, and the coordinates of the Great Pyramid are literally the same. But it's not.
This sounds a bit conspiracy theory.
It is. It's totally just a coincidence because
it is.
it doesn't actually. That's anywhere on that latitude is that. So it just so happens it goes through the pyramids because it's not an exact coordinate because you don't have the longitudes.
And also, latitudes and longitudes were made after the pyramids. So they didn't pick the pyramids and go, this is where we're going to put it.
Well,
and
actually,
They did
in
it.
2,000 years' time, we'll come up with a coordinate system to put this
Speaking-
exactly at the speed of light.
Speaking of, so actually I read that on the fullfact.org website,
Well, that sounds reliable.
Full Fact website are the ones who do fact checking. It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, it's really cool. Their TikTok.
I was being sarcastic there, but I was.
They are one of the quite interesting things about conspiracy theories, certainly from like quite far in the past. I was doing some dutiful research on TikTok, and someone had commented that a lot of these things, comments of like Loch Ness Monster or like seeing lots of things in the sky and all that sort of stuff way back in history, but people didn't have glasses then, because glasses are a relatively new invention. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was quite interesting.
People can't see as well.
Was it not Benjamin Franklin that invented he invented the bifocals?
Bifocals.
Know that from an episode of The Office.
Oh.
The one where they have Franklin.
What an absolutely sound piece of
exactly.
research journalism there. But if you actually have any questions that you would like to send in to us, then please feel free to get in touch. iRedditOS@gmail.com, or contact us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and or TikTok at iRedditOS. Please do like and share and review our podcast. We always like to see our new listeners. And if you're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, give us a follow. See what other crazy things we're up to. And we will see you next week. Bye. Bye.
I'll be back.
Oh,
clever. Yeah, well done.
Love you, T1000.
Of the T1000, called Alex.
I think that's the Terminator thing. Bye bye.